Jenny, will the workplace become more diverse over time? And what do you envision that looking like?
And absolutely, and I already consider UPS to be diverse, and you really have to understand what diverse is. And it's unique differences in individuals, and you have to respect those unique differences. It could be race, sex, age, sexual orientation. So yes, absolutely.
Okay. Anybody else want to comment on that one?
With all the baby boomers that are retiring, one of the things that we're having to look at is the generational differences, how different each generation works. So we can give them what they're looking for and still get what we need from them as well.
Okay. Well, Felicia, what was one of your most memorable first in HRs, whether it was a good, memorable moment or a bad one?
A good passing the HR. I had to sit there for a very long time and collect myself because you get the results immediately. And I was certain that it was wrong, that I did not pass it. And then one that was not so good, the first difficult conversation with an employee. We had suspected abuse, and it felt like we needed to address that with her. And we did come up with a good solution, and it worked very well, and everything worked out in the end. But that was a difficult thing to start and get to the line.
How about you, Bob? That you can share with the group, okay?
Let me say this, when all of you become HR professionals and you're doing recruiting and things like that, make sure your chairs don't have handrails, because not everybody can fit into a chair with handrails. And that's my bad experience. We had somebody that we were interviewing that got stuck in a chair and it took 2 of us to get them out. Good experience. I would say the first mentor that gave me my first opportunity in human resources. I call her all the time.
Jenny?
One was when I was assigned to the state of Louisiana and Katrina hit. So we had a phone call from one of the employees who was on the roof of his home and a cell phone died. So it took us 2 weeks to find all of our employees, which we found every one of them. And just learning through that experience that we couldn't get their checks to them because the banks were underwater. Some banked at mom and pops, so we couldn't do direct deposit for them. So reaching out to them through text because we couldn't reach them by phone. So that was an experience I'll never forget. Use GPS.
And Kenneth, do you have a memorable moment?
Yeah, I have one. The whole reason I'm in HR is working with people. I can think back to one of the very first experience I had a young lady that was not very successful in our organization. In fact, I was asked to terminate their position. But I knew a little bit of background on that person and decided, well, we're going to work with them a little bit harder and give them a little bit of time to try to. That person went on to go to school, graduate from school, became an officer in the service, had a successful career after that, and later on came back to me and said, if it wasn't for you believing in me, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So it's always important, I think, to never give up on anybody. Sometimes you're going to have to cut your losses, but at least try to work with people, and we're there to help them develop personally and professionally.
The next question, I know it's 1:30, but I want to get a couple more things in here. Key challenges that the HR profession is facing, short-term, long-term. Felicia mentioned the aging workforce. Is that like the key thing, short-term and long-term for y'all's companies? Or what have y'all's been your plans in getting around that? Any of y'all? I mean, Felicia mentioned it, the aging workforce.
Just for us, it's finding a qualified workforce that has the proper skills. Some of the skills that we need, software or specific computer skills, is very hard to find. Being able to type without looking at the keyboard, those type of things. Phone skills, customer service, it's hard to find sometimes.
Anybody else want to comment on that? And where do y'all see the workforce in the future? And as a whole, I guess.
That actually fix up.
technology will have an impact on the labor force. So I think it's important that you always show the value of your position when you're at work, because then the CEO may say, well, I can outsource this, or we can do some kind of technology that might reduce the labor workforce, whatever, and eliminate your position. So while you're at work, show what your value is to the organization.
Well, it brings us to past 1:30. We probably need to be leaving. I want to say thank you to you four for sitting in on the panel, and thank you students for coming.